All right. Testing one, two, three, and I see green dots for the audio. That means we do have audio. Holy cow. It was the start of the last two live streams had no audio. And I was like, what the heck is going on? What is going on, everybody? First of all, I want to shout out Michelle is here. Michelle has missed I think every live stream because she's usually at work. I'm so happy that Michelle's here. Also, Michelle's not feeling well, so let's all wish Michelle a speedy recovery. How's everybody doing on this nice? Is it cold where you are? I don't know. It's pretty chilly, right? It's the dead of is it the dead of winter? I don't know. All right, sounds like you guys. All right, here we go. This is like the first physical media video of 2024, which is going to be a lot of fun. A lot of you guys saw first of all, thanks to everybody for the encouragement on my goal for the year to diversify my channel, to start talking more and more. Terry, because Terry's in Australia, it says it's hot and humid. To diversify my channel more in the direction of the stuff that I want to talk about and stop being so only focused on physical media, because if you saw my Gene Autry video, which not everybody did, but the ones who did were super supportive. I mean, really, really, really kind and supportive about like, hey, this is great. This is like, we want to connect with you, whatever you're connected with. That's what we like. That was really nice. So the goal, I'm still trying to figure out like what exactly I want the physical media videos to look like. The goal is like a talk show. Like I want to have like a physical media talk show, but the ambition of that versus what actually is that? How do you do that? I don't even know, right? Like, how do you even do that? What's the, like, do I have guests? I don't know. So for now, maybe this is the best way to do this. And I thought about maybe doing it every week, but I don't know. Maybe every 2 weeks is still the best way to go. I got a huge stack here. There's two, almost dropped it. So this is what we're going to talk about during the course of this video. So most of it's still sealed because I thought it'd be fun to, well, first of all, I've been really busy. Second of all, I thought it'd be fun to unbox, like unwrap it here on the channel. Just have the experience together. We'll smell it together. We'll do all that stuff. Oh, hold up, right off the bat. So Chris, is this the year you rip your entire collection to Plex? It would take about 200 terabytes. Yeah, man. I mean, we're talking about many, many thousands of discs. I don't really. No, the answer is no. Like for me, that ship sailed. Maybe 10 years ago, I could have done something like that. At this point, I'd have to hire a team of people ripping 24 hours a day to get that done. It's just not. And I don't mind the discs, like that's the thing. What I wonder about people that, okay, here, riddle me this, Chris. Do you worry about hard drive failures? Because I like with discs, so you have hundreds or thousands or whatever individual pieces of data that are not connected to each other. When you put them all on a server, you got to back that thing up and then back that thing. Back it up, man. Back it up. When you have that much importance on like one server, so then you're going to have a backup server, right? What happens if that goes down? I don't know. These are, but see, that's also just like for, I don't care. That's what it comes down to. It's like, no, because I don't care. I don't mind the discs. I just don't want to be beholden to the discs, But Lance, thank you so much. But the thing is, like, everybody's afraid of something. So what's interesting is like so the physical media people are afraid of things going out of print. They're afraid of bit rot, disc rot, whatever. The digital collectors are afraid that something's going to disappear from their collection. Physical media people are also afraid that they're going to stop making DVD players. Like everybody's afraid of something. But the collector gene or the collector mentality is like, I got to get this because it's going to go like whatever. It's going to go away. It's going to disappear. It's going to go poof. I'm just not going to live my life that way anymore. A backup of a backup is good, says Pop Culture 33. Chris does not have backups. Ride the lightning. Yeah, man. Flying without a net there. That's just something I think about, because like if I have a disc that goes bad, well, first of all, so I'm no longer the guy who's like, you got to get it, man. You got to get it. Cause if you don't, poof, that's not me anymore. That's not how I feel anymore. I'm like everything, like you could pirate everything anywhere, anytime. You could pirate whatever you want to get. So nothing, let's acknowledge nothing goes away. Everything is piratable. Everything is shareable. We choose to support the companies that we care about because I believe artists should be paid for their work, right? Having said that, the disc is like, It's a hard drive. It's like a little hard copy, right? And I got discs that I've had for like 20 years, and they're still in really good shape. Actually, probably more than 20 years. As right now, I don't care about the FOMO. I'm over FOMO. I am over it. FOMO it leads this community, the physical media community. Like, and they're selling us stuff with FOMO. Interestingly, I talked to somebody selling things. This is somebody in a like selling. I don't mean like a third party, or like I sell stuff on eBay, like a distributor. And he was like, I'm pretty much done with the FOMO thing. Like, it's short-term gains is what it is. I think a lot of us are kind of arriving at this time. Like, we're showing up at the same crossroads at the same time. We're like, I'm kind of tired of buying stuff out of FOMO, but that's one way to sell it. I don't know. How is everybody doing in the new year? How does anybody else have any lofty New Year's goals? Like one of my New Year's goal, the big one, right? That video that's, again, so many of you guys were super supportive, and transparency is the goal, right? And just to be really clear, be really open, be really honest. And I'm saying this again because we have a lot more people here than were here 5 minutes ago. My goal for 2024 is to really remove any barrier between the real me and what you see on screen. That's my goal for a lot of reasons. If we like, maybe we'll get into it or not. I think probably a lot of you guys already know because you've been with me for a long time. And those who haven't, you see, like, I think you connect with me. Like, the product is not, the product is not this sweet Marlon Brando box set from Imprint. The product is me. And I don't want to just talk about stuff. I want to be able to talk about what I'm interested in, my passion, what I'm watching, what I'm listening to. I got a cereal review, you guys. I used to do cereal reviews all the time because it was fun, and I haven't done one in a couple of years. I just recorded a cereal review a couple of days ago that'll be hitting the channel in the next couple of days. A seasonal limited edition cereal, so that'll be fun. I just want to make it fun again. Make the channel fun again. YouTube really takes a lot of the fun out of this because it's so focused on, like, you got to get those numbers, and it's giving you all these it gives you so much information, it can make you miserable. Viva la grumpy Heath. Michelle knows because she's been with me for a long time. And yeah, like, you just got to be true to yourself, because if you're not being true to yourself, it's going to come through. Dave is here. Okay, Dave, realistically though, how would I do a radio show? Because you can't, like, I could do something like live. I couldn't do it through YouTube. And everywhere I can think of, like, Facebook won't let you use music online. It mutes it out. Zoom mutes it out. How would I even achieve that? I don't even know. I think the easiest thing to do would probably be what I used to do is create YouTube playlists. Like, I'd make a playlist of songs. They call it the Space Lounge. And I would program like 12 songs. Okay, but podcasts, they will take your crap down, man. I mean, but that's the fear, right? There's the fear again. Fear. Hey, Jeffrey. The fear is that if you do because whenever every podcast that I upload, right? Every episode of the Cereal at Midnight podcast, when I upload it, I have to click a box, and it's like, there is no music in this that I don't own the rights to. Put it on your own page. We'll talk. Dave's in radio. Dave, this is Dave from Dave in the Cave. Dave's been in radio for a long time. Dave's got that voice, the pipes. Some of his bumpers, you can hear his voice in various aspects of this channel over the years too. What are all the websites Jeffrey Burgess, like all of them? Like every website? That's like dozens of them. It's a really good question. It's an important question. I mean, but like Amazon, Deep Discount, Kino Lorber, guys, like, help me out here. Where we buy our releases? We buy them everywhere, right? I buy them from Walmart.com. I buy them from, like, Hamilton Book. Oh, Hamilton Book. That reminds me. I wanted to show you guys. You see, in my I don't know. When did I talk about the Merv Griffin show? Was that in the video where I was like, I'm gonna stop chasing the FOMO and start chasing Heath, chasing my own happiness? I talked about some Merv Griffin DVDs that Hamilton Book had that I was watching. I wanted to show those to you guys because I'll be working my way through them for a long time. I think they're still there. Hamilton Book has these. This Merv Griffin show, the 60s, the 70s, and the 80s. And each one of these runs about 12 hours. And it's just interviews. I mean, he was one of the cornerstones of the talk show scene for decades before he invented Wheel of Fortune. I think he invented Jeopardy. Huge entrepreneur, but also had a talk show for decades. And he's interviewed a ton of people here. And that's what I love to do, right? That's my dream, is to go into like showbiz as it doesn't really exist anymore, but we make our own destinies, right? We create our own fates. And I'm already doing it. I'm already talking to people that I want to talk about, or talk to about things that I want to talk about. So, and again, that's like, okay, how do I meld the talk show format with what we love, with movies and with cinema? Well, you talk to people that you or want to talk to. You talk to creators. You talk to, you know, actors and performers. You talk to the writers and the directors. You guys would be amazed. Maybe you wouldn't. You probably wouldn't be. Who is watching this channel? I'm talking about the heads of people that work in the departments of physical media, like studios, people at the studios, writers, directors, producers, people that you'd be like, whoa. The people that have reached out to me and been like, hey, I just want you to know off the record, like, I really enjoy your show. I'm like, whoa, it's amazing. But I want to transfer that into some sort of an opportunity, right? I want to continue to build on what I'm doing here. You know, YouTube is just, it's a tool to create this thing, but then, okay, well, what's the next step of the thing? And that's where I'm at. That's what's going on. So, that's what's going. Okay, I'm checking in with the comments. We're talking about buying from the labels, Movies Unlimited. We'll be right back. Yes, he did invent that, Chauncey. Yeah, we get Jeff. There's lots of places. Seasons 8, 9, and 10 of Columbo are well, there's no seasons 8, 9, and 10. It became a movie, like it turned into something else. Those are coming. Frank told us in the last interview that he's expecting those sometime. I think he's maybe said summer 2024. It's coming in 2024. The other half. He's releasing them in 2 halves, which is interesting because they're doing Monk one season at a time. I'm not sure why exactly the different approach, the different strategy for the 2 different shows, but Monk's getting season by season releases. Columbo's getting 2 halves. Kind of wish it was all in one box set, but they didn't ask me. So, all right, let's dive into these releases. Kicking it off with imprint. Well, we got like 2 dozen releases here that we're going to talk about. This is, and I'm going to tackle these imprint releases chronologically. You guys see my that imprint and umbrella video? I don't think I've ever covered imprint and umbrella in the same video before, but I think we're going to see more of this. You are going to see more of this as I try to consolidate this coverage, because I can't be posting 4 or 5 videos every single week dedicated to certain labels. We're going to have to be, that's why I want, like, what if I could do a show, like a talk show format, cover all the week's new releases. Film Focus, Marlon Brando, Volume 1. Beautiful set. I know you guys aren't going to be able to read this because the resolution's just not crisp enough, but we've got here. Do these in order. We got Sayonara, which is you know what? I was gonna I'm not gonna do this for every single one of these. We got so much ground to cover. Sayonara. This is a 1957 film. Looking for the director. Words and music by Irving Berlin, but who directed it? Give me the director, Joshua Logan. All right, it's a 2K scan. 104. Oh, why no 4K? Because it's a 2K scan is the answer for that one. Oh, Brando's the best, John. Brando's, well, he was the best for a while. You go back to 50s Brando, and then it's like he got so into his own head and his own method that he almost made himself irrelevant, which is kind of sad. We got audio commentary by cinema author critic Matthew Asprey Gear. What's new? We got audio commentary by film historian Stuart Galbraith IV, including interviews with John Waxman, son of composer Franz Waxman, and Yayoi Winfrey, writer-director of War Brides of Japan. Isolated score and effects track. That's cool. Okay, that's going to be the first one. Then, how many? Was this 1, 2, 3, 4? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 films in this box set. The Fugitive Kind. This is a 4K digital restoration, approved by Sidney Lumet. Audio commentary by Adrian Martin. Collaborations directing Brando. That's an interview with author William J. Mann. And a celluloid menagerie. Daniel Kramer and Nat Segaloff discuss Tennessee Williams films. Tennessee Williams on film. This one's close to my heart. One-Eyed Jacks. After robbing a Mexican bank, Dad Longworth takes the loot and leaves his partner Rio to be captured. After 5 hard years in prison, Rio escapes and travels to California with intent to kill Dad. So this is 1961. It is directed by, hold on, who is it? Directed by Marlon Brando. Did he produce as well? This is not interesting, is it? Like, he's looking up the producer stuff. Okay, 4K scan. Why no 4K? Audio commentary by Toby Rohn. An Authentic Death, Pursuing One-Eyed Jacks. It's a documentary. Hugo Friedhofer Goes West, Scoring One-Eyed Jacks, and Surviving Billy the Kid. Mike Siegel on the making of One-Eyed Jacks. Because I love this movie, I'm going to show you the inside. Somebody said, Blue Arrow said that Brando is the GOAT. So, top 5 Brando. How do we do that? Can we do a top 5 Brando? Because the man made a lot of really good movies. I would say, you're getting like Sinatra, what was it, Guys and Dolls and stuff? Anyway, A Countess from Hong Kong, 1967. Hold on, they're doing these chronologically, aren't they? 57, 60, 61, 67. Charles Chaplin presents Marlon Brando and Sophia Loren. 2K scan, audio commentary by Lee Pfeiffer, Tony Latino, and Paul Schrabo. Audio commentary by Chaplin biographer Jeffrey Vance. By the way, written, directed, and music by Charles Chaplin. But what did he ever do, really? Charles Chaplin. I'm being sarcastic. Interview with actor Michael Medwin. Countess for the Day. Interview with actress Carol Cleveland. At the End of the Gold Rush. Interview with assistant editor Brian Sinclair. If you're wondering why I'm reading all this, it's because normally I would just show you because it's not great YouTube to read to people, but you can't read that. Not really. Chaplin's last chapter, interviews with the crew, vintage promotional film from 1967. Wow, that's pretty great. All right, 2 more here. The Ugly American. It's just some bangers, you guys. Some absolute bangers. Let's see. 1080p, 2K scan. Audio commentary by Scott Harrison. Newsreel from the world premiere in Bangkok. Is the newsreel called One Night in Bangkok? I'm sorry. Bedtime Story. 2K scan. Audio commentary by Lee Pfeiffer, Tony Latino, and Paul Schrabo, and a theatrical trailer. So this is the Brando box set. But, dude, it is just one of... Oh, we got a quote from Scorsese. What does it say? He was the marker. He was the marker. There was before Brando and after Brando. I'll say it again. I've said it before. I'll say it again. Movie fan Scorsese. I love even more than movie maker Scorsese. I love how much Scorsese loves movies. It's inspiring. I do have his documentary, a journey. What is it? A Journey Through American Cinema with Martin Scorsese, a personal journey, I think is what it's called. I've also got the book version of that. I just love Scorsese, the film fan. Yeah, Brando's in the score on Blu-ray and on 4K from Kino Lorber. Oh, hold on, you guys are doing your fight. You're Superman. Krypton. Why does he pronounce it Krypton? Oh, my son, you come from Krypton. Godfather, Apocalypse Now, Streetcar Named Desire, Guys and Dolls. We got an Apocalypse Now, Guys and Dolls. All right, Sidney Lumet, Volume 1. By the way, I always want to call him Lumet. Always Lumet. But I don't think it's Lumet. It's Lumet, right? This is an incredible box set. The Pawnbroker, The Group, The Deadly Affair, Child's Play, not the Killer Doll movie. The Offense, and Serpico, which is also on 4K from Kino Lorber. Oh, hold on. Smells like they always smell like a brand new guitar case every single time. Okay. Here we go. Rod Steiger and the Pawnbroker. Oh, I can hear multiple discs rattling around in here. We got, well, not rattling. That's kind of, where's my microphone? Disc 1 is the Pawnbroker. Disc 2 is, One Step Further, Becoming Lumet. Hey, you guys want to see yourselves? Well, you can't see yourselves, but you can see me. Inception, man. Uh, 2K Scan, audio commentary by Pfeff Sutton. Writer and NPR commentator Mark Legan, and author of C. Courtney Joyner. Oh man, CCJ's on this. The Guardian interview with Rod Steiger. Cinema of the Pilpul, a Talmudic view of early Holocaust cinema by Daniel Kramer. Safe Within Myself, remembering Rod Steiger. That's an interview with the stepdaughter of Rod Steiger. Bonus disc, One Step Further, Becoming Lumet. Nope, I just did it. Becoming Lumet. It's like, it's what I'm gonna do to myself. I called Tenet so much to just have fun with it because it's a little pretentious, right? It's like, it's a palindrome of a film. I called it Tenet because it sounds French and very important, and now I think of it as Tenet, not Tenet. Hey, it's Joe, Crazy Joe, guys. Check out his. You got 2 channels, don't you? I know you're in the process of like migrating stuff over. When Zod says both you, and then one day Jor-El, your heirs. I thought you were saying your beep. I lost myself. Okay, One Step Further, Becoming Lumet, feature documentary detailing the first half of the celebrated filmmaker's career. A perfectly outrageous cut. Editing Lumet, his favorite protagonist, designing Lumet, Man with No Anger, scoring Lumet, and hold up. I'm blowing over these so fast because I'm like, you're live, baby. You gotta dance. You gotta make it quick, make it snappy. A perfectly outrageous cut, editing Lumet. That's with the award-winning editor Alan Heim. His favorite protagonist, designing Lumet. That's with designer Phil Rosenberg. Man with No Anger, scoring Lumet. A new interview with Quincy Jones. What? I gotta go. I'm gonna go watch this right now. I'll see you guys later. Oh snap! I almost fell out of my chair trying to make a joke. It's just like, he fell into media, and that was the end of the channel. That was the end of him. Trailers from Hell, Adam Rifkin on Serpico. Interesting they didn't put that on the Serpico disc. Why? Maybe it is on there. We'll see in a second. All right, The Group. I am not familiar with this film. So let's see. Charles Feldman, The Girls. Oh, Candy Bergen. We got Candice Bergen, Joan Hackett, Elizabeth Hartman, Shirley Knight, Joanna Pettit, and Mary Robin Red, Jessica Walter, Kathleen. Okay. Directed by Sidney Lumet. From the novel by Mary McCarthy. All right. We got a 2K scan, audio commentary by Adrian Martin, and a theatrical trailer. The Deadly Affair. James Mason. I try to do a James Mason. Anyway, this is, hold on, what year is this? 1967. 2K scan. That's it. Since that was so brief, here's the inside. Kyle, I'm going to point out what Kyle just said because he's right. Lumet has a reputation as a serious director, which he does. He's important. He's so very important. But he made some fun movies too. Murder on the Orient Express, Death Trap. Yeah, we put these people in these boxes, often to their detriment, right? Child's Play. 2K scan, audio commentary by Howard S. Berger. Designing Sydney, interview with production designer Philip Rosenberg. The Offense. I mean, why not? If you can't do a Sean Connery impression on your own channel, what's the point? So I will absolutely talk about Sydney was a beautiful man. You're the man now, Sydney. From the dawn of time we came, moving silently down through the centuries, living many secret lives, struggling to reach the time of the gathering. I know we do have Scottish people on this stream. I'm sorry, but it is fun. And it should be fun, right? Like, it's not to be taken seriously. Sean Connery, Trevor Howard. We got a 2K scan, commentary by Lee Pfeiffer, Tony Latino. Seen a lot of the same faces on these commentaries. And Paul Strabo. A video essay by Howard S. Berger, Michael Stevenson interview. That's the second assistant director. Interview with the composer. Interview with the stage director. Interview with the assistant art director. Interview with the costume designer. Interview with the sound mixer. Some of these date back to 2015 and 2016. You probably can't see that, but that's a lot of stuff right there. And here's going to be the last one from this box set. This is Serpico, which we all love, right? Hey, DIY Craft Q, $1.49. Thank you so much for the super chat. Did I miss a question from you? Hopefully I did not miss a question from you. I see the emoji, and I thank you for that emoji. Serpico, right? Like, clearly, probably kind of influential on me. Like, I really love this period of Pacino's career. 2K scan. That's it. So this is not like so why did they put the Serpico trailer? The trailers from hell for Serpico. Why did they put that on this? We don't know. Who knows? I don't know. You guys like Serpico? I love that movie. All right, let me pack this up, and that's just the 2 box sets. We also got Lenny, Dustin Hoffman, Lenny. You know we're getting a first look at it because I'm unwrapping it here on camera. Okay. Bob Fosse film. It's about Lenny Bruce, the comedian Lenny Bruce. What do we got here? We got a 1080p HD presentation, audio commentary by Daniel Kramer and filmmaker Henry Jeglom, audio commentary by Nick Redman and Julie Kurgo. Dead Neon, the many faces of Lenny Bruce, on Fosse time, editing Lenny. It's with the editor, Alan Heim. Trailers from Hell, Robert Wyde commentary on Lenny. Theatrical trailer, isolated music and effects tracks. I love when they throw in the isolated soundtrack. Islands in the Stream. Now I'm thinking of Kenny. Is it Kenny and Dolly? Islands in. Can I do that? Islands in the stream. That is what we are. Michelle, you never seen Serpico? You gotta see it. I don't know if you'll like it though, because it's so like. You probably will. It's a great movie. Great Pacino performance. George C. Scott, Islands in the Stream. I'm awaiting confirmation on if that was Kenny. It was Kenny Rogers and Dolly, wasn't it? Or maybe it was Kenny Rogers and somebody else. We got 1080p presentation, audio commentary by Sam Deegan. Survival Scars, Franklin J. Schaffner, and as auteur, a video essay by Daniel Kramer. Well, Daniel Kramer's all over these. For Whom the Camera Shoots, Daniel Kramer and Nat Segaloff discussed Ernest Hemingway on film. Okay. And this is the last imprint title for this video. Enrique said it's definitely Dolly. Who was it? Was it her by herself? I was thinking it was a duet. You know how those, I mean, Kenny and Dolly did so much back then. But then it's like the era of the duet, you know. My endless love. That's not Dolly, by the way. King of the Gypsies. This is, well, Daniel Kramer's on this too. We got 1080p HD presentation, audio commentary by Daniel Kramer. The Gadjo Splices, interview with editor Paul Hirsch. Vintage interview with Eric Roberts. I saw Eric Roberts in I want to say it was like a General car insurance commercial recently on one of those antenna channels. And I was like, oh, Eric, no. I felt bad for him, but maybe he made Ice-T's doing like Car Shield commercials and stuff. Maybe those are really good money in those commercials. Trailers from Hell, Michael Schlesinger commentary on King of the Gypsies. Well, that's really cool. All right, take a break from covering stuff and chat with you guys for a while. It's Dolly and Kenny Rogers. Alexa, Well, I'm not going to say that. Now somebody's machine's just like, yes, thank you, AI machine. How about that, you guys? I just pulled that was just somewhere in my in here. It's just like pulled it out like one of those things in Harry Potter where they pull their memories out and they put in a little vial. That's what I just did for you guys. You will view it in the pensieve. I mean, that's a good point. Eric Roberts is doing like 200 movies a year at this point and loving life. I mean, it's all about making money, right? That's the Nicolas Cage model too. I have not seen the Ice-T cold call commercial where he calls Mr. T. I have not seen that. The mayor said that. You know who answered me? Yo, Heath. That is crazy. AI, the best thing ever, or the downfall of civilization? All right, I want to share this off. This came before Christmas. By the way, those imprint releases were December. They didn't make it here. I think they made it here right before New Year's. So they're technically not 2024 releases, nor is this. But they're new to me, and they're probably new to you guys too. Dual. That's like some Southern. That's how my brain's like, it's dual. Yeah, Steven Spielberg movie, Duel. What do we want to talk? So this is Steelbook. Should I unbox this? I'm gonna wait for you guys to say yes or no. Should I unbox this right here on camera? I know the point of a Steelbook is to see what it looks like, but I also know that I'm probably gonna give this away. In fact, I'm gonna give it away right now. Who wants this dual Steelbook? Let's limit it to the US because it costs like $30 to mail something outside of the US right now, and there'd be no point in that. So, okay, how am I going to do this? Hey, do I have any moderators here? Sometimes, I normally have people that are helping me out. I'm going to, okay, hold on. I think I'm flying solo here, so I'm just going to start putting, let's see. Oh, somebody's already got it. Okay. You know what? Here, let's do this. Comment, and then I can do it after the stream ends. Now, that's not exciting, is it? That's not exciting. All right, but you know what? This was sent for me to talk about. I'm going to unwrap it. I'm going to take the code out. I'm going to redeem the code, okay? But I'm going to send whoever wins the Steelbook. Michelle, you haven't seen Duel either? It's really good. You guys know the movie Joyride? Joyride owes a lot to Duel. That movie with Steve Zahn and was it Paul Walker, right? And Candy Cane. Candy Cane. Come on back to Candy Cane. It's not good. I say I'm not mic'd. I think the problem with the audio, by the way, is that I was trying to use an external microphone. This live stream stuff does not like an external microphone. Okay. Duel. Anyway, Joyride, I feel like goes a lot to Duel. Steven Spielberg. So television movie, but it got a theatrical distribution in other parts of the world. Now, why am I giving this away? Because I'm not a huge Steelbook fan, and because I know it's going to make somebody happy, and I just need the code. I already have the movie on Blu-ray, so if I have a 4K stream, I don't need the Steelbook. I'd rather somebody else have it. And the point, this was sent for me just to spread the word that this is out, so that achieves the goal, right? First person to super chat $100 gets it. Kidding. Well, I don't know. No, that's not how it works. It's beautiful. It's got this, so it's matte finish. Oh, by the way, it's a TV movie. This guy, it's Dennis Weaver from Gunsmoke and McCloud, and he's basically being hunted by this big 18-wheeler from the golden age of the 18-wheeler, like the trucker exploitation movies when we had, Convoy and all this stuff, like the 70s, man, just perfect for trucker stuff. A good spiritual ancestor to what's the Kurt Russell movie? The Kurt Russell movie where he and his wife Breakaway. What's the Kurt Russell movie? I can't think of it right now. Breakdown. Thank you. You guys we're on the same page. We are simpatico, my amigos. All right. This disc is really stuck on here, and I don't want to break it. Oh, that's very nice of you to say, Crusader. Okay, okay. I got it. I was like, if I keep pushing on this, I'm going to bend the steelbook, and that's not what anybody wants. Here's the discs. I believe this is there was a Spielberg box set. I don't know how many years ago. I got it around here somewhere, and it was a bunch of Spielberg movies, some of which were kind of rare. Like Jurassic Park, it's always in stuff, in the Lost World or whatever. But it was like Sugarland Express and 1941 was in that box set, and this was in that box set. And I think this is the same Blu-ray from that set, if memory serves. So we've got the original TV movie version in the 133. That's going to be the pillar boxed square frame, accurate. I should say that. That's how it was broadcast. It's going to be its original broadcast aspect ratio. And then a conversation with the director, Steven Spielberg. By the way, so the 4K is in, looking for the aspect ratio for that. Have I spent too much time on this? It's 185. It's in 185, it looks like. A conversation with Steven Spielberg in the small screen. Richard Matheson. Love Richard, the writing of Duel. Richard Matheson, great genre fiction writer, wrote I Am Legend, which is incredible, so much better than the movies or even the closest I Am Legend. So I like the Vincent Price Last Man on Earth, which is an adaptation of I Am Legend, but nothing has touched his original short story. Okay. The Great Smoky Roadblock. Yes. Man, that's like, I am, so one, because I'm Southern, and two, because I was a product of the late 70s. Like, that's just my childhood. It's like riding around in the back of pickup trucks out in the country, dirt roads, Dukes of Hazzard. Now, the city was there. I don't want to paint the picture that I'm like he's really backwoods. We lived like 30 minutes from the city, and my dad was an executive. So it's not like I was, really, like had a piece of like long grass in my mouth all the time. But like I did, like I had all of that. I had all that cool, like Breaker 19. We had a CB in the garage. It was really cool. All right. I'll give this away at the end of this live stream. This is very unscientific though, because I would like to randomize it. And there's no way for me to put all these names in a randomizer. Breakdown's amazing. So MC 1964 said, yes, look for Spielberg's face in the reflection in the phone booth. Oh, hold on. Crazy Joe. By the way, Joe, thinking of you as crazy. I just think of you as Joe. So the Crazy Joe, that's Crazy Joe. FYI, the original aspect ratio on the disc as a bonus and doesn't look good. It looks like they stuck some old SD transfer of the original aspect ratio on there. What does it default to? So does it default to the TV version? Or hold on, it defaults to the movie version, right? The feature version. Is it the feature version longer too? I'm sure this is riveting. No, Joe, I'm not using StreamYard. That's good to know, though. I'm still not sure I want to pull the trigger on that if I want to spend the money on it, because I don't know. I don't like the idea of commitment to that. All right, Varsity Blues. This is out on 4K now. Okay, it defaults to the 16:9, the theatrical print version. Much like how like Battlestar Galactica had a theatrical version of the pilot, didn't Buck Rogers too have and yeah, because I just bought the Battlestar Galactica one a little bit before the holidays. So the TV cut was botched. Interesting. Now, okay, so is the TV cut on the 4K disc, you guys? And does the person that wants to win this still want to win this? Surely yes, right? Because it's a beautiful steelbook. Varsity Blues is out on 4K now. Whenever I think about this movie, so it's 98 or 99? Hold on, I can't read. Oh, give me a year, man. Is this 2012? Oh, 1999. Okay, 99. So I was not watching Dawson's Creek in 99. I watched Dawson's Creek for the first time when it came out on Blu-ray and loved most of it. Like I love the first half of it. And then it gets weird. But like when they got out of high school, I don't think they knew what to do with the show. But anyway, James Van Der Beek. This was like one of those early starring roles for Van Der Beek. Didn't this come out the same year as The Rules of Attraction? which is a dark, dark movie based on Bret Easton Ellis. But whenever I think about this, I think of the trailer and I think of I Don't Want Your Laugh. You guys know? And I know they like laid down in the street and stuff like that. And like what was the is not another teen movie has fun with this movie too, right? But this movie is like predates Friday Night Lights and all that stuff. Heath has commitment issues. I just don't know if I want to like. I don't know. I don't know if this is the thing. I'm still trying to decide if this is the thing. But I guess it is because you guys are here and they seem to do well. The whipped cream scene. That's well, yeah. And they parodied that in not another teen movie, but it was Chris Evans, future Captain America. But it's so interesting because before he was Captain America, he was the Human Torch in those Fantastic Four movies. So anyway, Varsity Blues is out now. We got disc 1 is the 4K Ultra HD feature. Disc 2 is the Blu-ray with special features. Commentary by Brian Robbins and producer Tova Later and Mike Tolan. Football is a way of life. I don't want your laugh. The making of Varsity Blues. 2 A-Days, the Ellis way. Quarterback game analysis. That's of no interest to me. Billy Bob with no bacon. Okay, so this is from Paramount. Full disclosure, it's still sealed. I have not watched this to check the transfer, but it is out right now. Aspect ratio purist and the 16:9 did not bother him. Well, you know, back then they would shoot things so that it had the open mat. So if they needed to tighten it up or whatever, it wasn't a huge deal. Having said that, Battlestar Galactica, I have the version of Battlestar Galactica, the series that has both the broadcast versions and the later widescreen versions that they've cropped for modern TVs. And they've cut off a ton of headroom by cropping it to widescreen. It should never have been cropped. From Classic Flicks, this is exciting to me. This is Loretta Young, MGM's Cause for Alarm. This is one of those movies. It's a Blu-ray debut, first of all, which is great because this Classic Flicks is just really putting out stuff that would be lost if not for what they're doing. So I really champion them. You know, they've been a real good friend to Serial at Midnight. So David at Classic Flicks really keeps me up to date on what's coming out and sometimes gives me some peeks behind the scenes. I'm really grateful for that. This is real. When we talk about cinema preservation, that's what this is. This is cinema preservation. So I'm going to look for the restoration notes. It's making its Blu-ray debut courtesy of Classic Flicks. Young stars in the pulse-pounding, edge of your seat thriller Cause for Alarm. I'm going to spare you the description here because you can go online and check all that out. But it's a 1951 film. This predates Loretta Young had a show in the 1950s. She was a really big deal. She also had a lot of she's in some film noir, although if they're actually, I'm not sure they're actually film noir. They're kind of film noir adjacent. They're kind of melodramas. She's in some melodramas that get labeled as film noir. I'm not getting distracted by you guys in the chat. Okay. Bonus feature original theatrical trailer, but I just love, like, they put out, you know, World of Giants, which I absolutely loved. Classic Flicks is just really serving the older movie audience, right? I mean, these Little Rascals restorations and the Mickey Spillane restorations, you know, the 4K Mickey Spillane movies, you know, we got Eye of the Jury on 4K. Like, these are just really cool things that need an audience. Tim says, Cause for Alarm is a very offbeat, intense film. And Yuska, okay, I'm sorry, but too bad they don't ship outside the US. You should be able to look at another, look at Deep Discount or some, because Deep Discount does ship internationally, I believe. Somebody should be able to pick this up. It's just like it costs so much to ship stuff out of the country. I think that's probably what it comes down to, is that there's just not there. It's a losing scheme. Okay, I got a thumbs up. Yeah. Wish you had better artwork. You talking about Cause for Alarm? I love that. Well, yeah. I always like, it's a catch-22, I guess, because I look at some of these Warner Archive releases, not Warner Archive, Warner Brothers proper, And I'm like, what is this? Like a weird Photoshop. Like it just looks like the people who made the cover never watched the movie. Eric's backing me up on what I was talking about. The Accused, Kino Lorber Blu-ray. Loretta Young's in The Accused, which is the Kino Lorber Blu-ray, which is film noir. I saw it in Noir City Film Festival 4 or 5 years ago. And it is not my intention to gatekeep what is and is not film noir, because that really is a pet peeve of mine. I think that even like a lot of these Kino Lorber film noir box sets, movies are mostly melodrama, but it makes it more saleable to call them film noir. I'm not saying The Accused is that way. I don't remember, honestly. I have to go back and read my review. I know there's one Loretta Young movie that I watched and I was like, this is just kind of a drama. I digress. Let's talk about The Devil's Partner and Creature from the Haunted Sea from Film Masters. This is a January release. I did give a sneak peek at it in my 2023 favorites video because I was bragging on Film Masters because I love what Film Masters is doing. Please check out my interview with the founder of Film Masters, Phil Hopkins, talking about how it is just the continuation, but plus what he was achieving with the film Detective. This is just the latest absolute banger from Film Masters because it's movies that traditionally dismissed, made fun of, MST3K'd. That's a verb, MST3K'd. You just got MST3K'd, bro. Movies that aren't taken seriously. Genre movies, monster movies, things like that. But they don't treat them that way. They treat them as viable pieces of entertainment in their own right, which I really like. That's my preferred approach. So I like that you get like deep scholarship on monster movies and sci-fi and genre, and like, yeah, I'll take that over dismissal and mockery, recognizing there's a need for both, but we have the other, so it's nice to have this. So disc one, it's a 2-disc set. And disc one, I mean, these things are loaded. Disc one is The Devil's Partner, presented in both theatrical, wide, so 16:9, and the TV version, 4:3. We got an audio commentary by Larry Stroth, James Gunness, Sean Sheridan, and Matt Weinhold from the Monster Party podcast. Hollywood Intruders, the film group story, part 3. So this is Ballyhoo. This is Daniel Griffith and C. Courtney Joyner and the small crack team, right, who are doing a multi-chapter look at Roger Corman's, was Roger and Gene Corman, right? Their film group company from this is 1961. So this is the third one. The other two appeared on the last two Film Masters releases. They've kind of come out one after the other. And I mean, this is like, we've never had this kind of a documentary focus on something like that before, which I love. Roger Corman Remembering Film Group. That's a new interview with Roger Corman. 2024 recut trailer for The Devil's Partner made from restored film elements. That's just disc one. So disc two, bonus film. They call it bonus film because usually the best restoration is what gets the headline, but they're giving us these double features. And the second feature maybe has source element limitations, like maybe there'll be some frames dropped, or there'll be some I know in some of them you can tell whatever source they were using for their 4K restoration or for whatever, their restoration source material cuts out. And like in one of them, I think maybe it's the one that has the giant Gila monster on it. One of them, it's the James Best movie. I think it's on the giant Gila monster release. What is that? You guys know, what's the name of that movie? You'll catch up with me because I know you know it. It has, you can tell like they had to go to like a VHS to insert the footage to make it complete. So that keeps them from doing, that's why they call it bonus feature, is what I'm saying. So anyway, again, both aspect ratios, theatrical ratio or the extended TV version ratio. Hold on. Theatrical and an extended TV version and the two different aspect ratios. Audio commentary by Tom Weaver, Roger Corman. I lost my place. Kenta Zertush and Larry Blameyer. Wow. Oh, Mike, hold on. So let me, Mike, I see you. Mike just gave a super chat. Let me finish reading here. Original 16mm restore trailer for Creature from the Haunted Sea and a 2024 recut trailer. So we got both versions, the original trailer, recut, new trailer, before and after restoration video. They also come with these booklets that I think are just incredible. This is written by Mark McGee. And I don't know, I just love these movies so much. And it's not, I don't love them because they're great, because they're not great. But I love serious isn't even the word. Sincere love for these movies, and not like, look at this piece of crap. I love the attention and the detail and the love that Film Masters is bringing to these, and the people that they're hiring to do the work. Mike, $5 super chat. Thank you so much. I have no way to put that on the screen because I'm not using StreamYard, because I'm cheap, as I think what we've established. And I'm stubborn, and I'm I'm hesitant to commit. Sorry if it's off topic, but did you do a review on the site of the Criterion 4K Renown box set? I'm still going through mine. So I did a video review of the Renown box set because I've already seen the movies. There is a review for, I think I reviewed The Tall T on my site. But I've talked about that movies multiple times here on the channel. So there's a review for the Criterion 4Ks. So there is that on the channel, video review. I also did a video review for the Randolph Scott box set that Mill Creek put out, which is great. And should you want that too, because it's got movies that it does have some of those Renown movies on it, but it also has like 6 or 7 there's 12 movies, and there's 5 movies in the Renown Criterion set. And it's got a documentary on Randolph Scott by Ballyhoo with C. Courtney Joyner. And I've talked about them other times too. I just love those movies. And in my 4K, I think it's in the 4K review, I've got Bud Bedeker's autograph, and I show it off in that 4K Renown box set review. So there, yeah. Killer Shrews, that's what I was talking about. You guys, yeah. I'm just catching up with you guys. Yep, Killer Shrews, that's the one. There's like VHS footage. It's maybe not VHS, but it's really subpar, and you notice it when you're watching it. But that's probably what they had to do, because a lot of these movies, they're like 70 years old, and the source material is not always complete. Sometimes it's degraded beyond what can be saved. So I don't mind it if it means a complete release. Let's talk about some Kino Lorber. I am going to do a Kino Lorber. Somebody asked me, because when I talked about wanting to do videos outside of physical media, somebody was like, are you still going to do the Kino Lorber videos? I'm still going to cover everything we've been covering, but I got to cover it smarter. Videos like this. But I am going to do a Kino Lorber video at the end of the month covering every Kino Lorber release, but I've pulled some of the ones from January that are here already that I thought you guys would be most interested in. So we're going to kick it off with the 2 next installments of the Kino Cult label, Kino Cult banner. I don't know. Oh, hold on. Mike said, wow, awesome. Okay, I'll check it out. I'm curious what you thought of the new set. Oh, I have Indicators released too. Yeah, I got Indicators released too. So I think I've got those movies in 5 different versions. And I've also got the Bud Bedeker set from Sony from like 2005 or whatever. That's got Marty Scorsese talking about going to see those movies in the theater. I love those movies. Kino is Kino Mayer. You are right about that. I see every time Randolph Scott comes up, people reference Blazing Saddles. I was noticing that the other day. I'm just glad people know who Randolph Scott is, even if it's from another movie and not Randolph Scott's only movies. You do it for Randolph Scott. Old Scott just posted, you do it for Randolph Scott. Okay. The 2 new Kino Cults. We got Clive Barker's Underworld. It's and 4K, by the way. And Sinner. Is this? Yeah, I was gonna say this is Jess Franco, right? Yes. I'm gonna do these in order because they are number 4 and number 5. So number 4 is Sinner. I'm going to make sure I can show all this. Does this have reverse? No, it's okay. It's all good, guys. It's all good. No alternate artwork here. I interviewed Frank in volume 3 or our third conversation, and he was talking about how some of the Kino Cults were going to be 4Ks, and I was like, are they going to be a special? You're going to have your own like Kino Cult 4K number 1? And he was like, no, it's going to be all mixed together. That's what we're seeing here. So this is Sinner, which is not 4K, but Underworld is. Center has an audio commentary by Tim Lucas. It's got an interview with actress Jacqueline Laurent, interview with actress Anne Liebert, or Liebert, interview with filmmaker Gerard Kikoin. Interview with Stephen Thrower, author of The Murderous Passions, The Delirious Cinema of Jesus Franco, and includes both English and French audio tracks. Clive Barker's Underworld 4K. Oh, it's still sealed. Let's do this together. Uh, 4K disc and Blu-ray disc. Audio commentary by hold on. Oh, hold on. We're supposed to be live. I better check this first. Oh, that's okay. Better here. I'm gonna flip it because we got a slip cover. Always flip it. No, I always flip it because I'd rather have 2 pieces of artwork than 1. Okay. Audio commentary by director George Pavlou, moderated by Stephen Thrower, the author of Nightmare USA, Transmutations. Oh, hold on. That was the author of Nightmare USA. Period. Transmutations. That's a 103-minute alternate cut. Archival behind-the-scenes footage, artwork, still, storyboards, makeup tests, Clive Barker designs. That's cool. And I'm gonna go ahead and say this. Recently, it was announced that Something Weird Video is going to be going through changes. Now I'm thinking of that Black Sabbath song. I'm going through changes. They are going to be dialing down their DVD-R business and their digital video, like you buy digital copies of stuff. But they're partnering with a ton of labels. I think they named Vinegar Syndrome. I think they named Severin. They named, I think they named Filmmasters. Could be wrong. I think they named Filmmasters, but they definitely named Kino Cult. So future Kino Cult releases will be drawing from the Something Weird library. And I'm really excited about that. If you guys don't know who Something Weird is, so it's underground cinema from, like, it kind of started out as a really underground mail order sort of a service for just like the freaks, right? People, and I identify with that too, because that's part of who I am. Like the people that want those movies, can't get them at a main store, like a big box store or something like that. And it's the founder has passed away. His wife, his widow, has been carrying things on for over I think 10 years now. And it's just the next evolution of that is to partner with third parties. So we're about to get even more cool stuff restored, 4K restoration. It's a good thing. It's a really good thing. All right. Also from Kino Lorber, Split Image. Michael O'Keefe, Karen Allen, James Woods, Elizabeth Ashley, Brian Dennehy, and Peter Fonda. I've never seen this before. Daniel Kramer. How does Daniel Kramer have time for all this stuff? He's writing books. He's doing commentaries. He's doing interviews. Audio commentary and theatrical trailer. This is a 1982 film. Ooh, music by Bill Conti. Produced and directed by Ted Kotcheff. No alternate artwork here. Hopefully, I'll have seen some of these by the time I do that Kino Lorber spotlight at the end of the month. It's something weird for. I got sucked into the chat because there's a something weird conversation happening. I mean, they put out some really good stuff. And AGFA, I should say that also the American Genre Film Association. What's the AGFA? What's the A in AGFA? This is Yeah. Yeah. Film noir, The Dark Side of Cinema, 16. I just took the shrink wrap off, right? So I haven't watched any of these yet, but I'm real. This is probably my favorite thing that Kino Lorber is doing, even over the 4Ks, stuff like this. So we've got Edgar Allan Poe's The Mystery of Marie Roget. Sorry, Maria Montez. Sidebar. So I love well, yeah, I love Maria Montez. She's not great. She's not a great actress, but that doesn't mean I don't love her. For a long time, you could find like 5 Maria Montez movies. The last year or two, I mean, I think Imprint put a few out. Kino Lorber's putting a bunch out, and we have a lot of what she did. We have most of what Maria Montez did. So this is another one off the checklist. And there's a cool book about Maria Montez. I believe what is it? I think it's just called The Queen of Technicolor. It's published by the University of Kentucky Press, 2021. I think it was 2022. Anyway, Cobra Woman. That's right. You guys know what's up. So another one off the list. Audio commentary by Tom Weaver, Gary L. Prang, and Tom Zimmerman, author of The Queen of Technicolor. Oh, look at that. I feel a little proud of myself, not going to lie. Audio commentary by novelist critic Kim Newman, who I love listening to Kim Newman talk, and writer-editor Stephen Jones. The theatrical trailer. This is a 2K scan of the 35mm fine grain. The Mystery Master the Mystery Master's spine-clutching classic of the Phantom Mangler in Paris. That is a mouthful. Put this back in here real quick. Chicago Deadline. Another Alan Ladd. This has been another. This is my Alan. This has got 3 volumes of Alan Ladd films. Hold on, let's see if this is in here. No to Chicago Deadline. Audio commentary by Alan K. Rohde. Oh my gosh, Alan K. Rohde is like the Mount Rushmore of noir and classic cinema. Pundits, talking heads, of course, we put Eddie Muller on there. Looking for the no restoration notes. It doesn't say what the source for this is. Was she good or evil? Ladd provides the answer. From Noir King Lewis Allen, director of The Uninvited, Desert Fury, So Evil, My Love, and Appointment with Danger, comes a twist-filled mystery headlined by screen greats Alan Ladd and Donna Reed. I always love Donna Reed in darker films or even in westerns and cowboy pictures, because a lot of people only know Donna Reed from her sitcom and maybe from It's a Wonderful Life. In a cheap hotel room in Chicago's South Side, hard-nosed newspaperman Ed Adams finds the body of a dead girl, Rosita Jean Dereux. Her address book leads to a host of men frightened by her death, but claiming never to have known her. The more questions Ed asks, the more he uncovers the shocking truth. Yes. Oh, guys, see the super chat. Hold on. Jet, I see you. Let me finish this up really quick. So Iron Man, Jeff Chandler, Evelyn Keyes, Stephen McNally, Rock Hudson. Rock Hudson was a Universal player in the early 50s, and sometimes he just like one line before he became a star himself. 2K scan of 35mm fine grain, audio commentary by Gary Girani. Whoo! Yeah, you guys won't be able to read that, but you can look it up online. I'm so excited about this. I have more to say about this at the end of the month. Jet says, is there a way to suggest... Oh, hold on. My stack fell over. Is there a way to suggest films to labels for at least a DVD, i.e. Underground Aces, Patty Rocks, etc.? Yes, the best way to do that is social media, because there are people that are watching those accounts, even if they don't acknowledge it. There are people that are looking at that, or you can email them. Know that these companies work from a list of what they are allowed to license. It's not like they go to... So Kino Lorber doesn't go to Universal and say, hey, we want blah, 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 blah. The way it works is there's like a window. There's like a license window. Universal will go to Kino Lorber or whoever. So Kino Lorber goes, hey, Universal, we want to license it. Knock, knock, knock. We want to license some movies. Universal goes, here's a list of what you can choose from at this time. So they'll pick from that list. And oftentimes the deal is you have to pick 30. You can pick this. But if you want this really good one, you have to license these 3 not so good ones too. So like deals, like, well, if you want this really great film, you have to get these 3. Like, I think that's how It's Pat ended up on Blu-ray from Kino and Lorber. I think it was part of a package deal. You take things you don't want and may not be able to sell for the ones that you do want. So we should suggest things so that they know what we want. But that's also how it works, is it's not like a blank check situation. Hopefully that makes sense. This is exciting to me. This is still sealed too, but this is from VCI. And no, I'm sorry. Yeah, VCI and MVD Visual, because MVD distributes for VCI. Check out my interview with VCI founder, CEO Robert Blair. This is Mickey Spillane. My camera is Mickey Spillane's 75th anniversary expanded edition from the creator of Road to Perdition, Max Allan Collins. This is a documentary about Mickey Spillane. Bonus. Hold on. There's a lot of text here, guys. So, first of all, I should take the shrink wrap off of this. This is a 61-minute documentary. I'm going to read this. I'm going to read some of it. Mickey Spillane, the king of the tough guy private eye writers, seemed a regular blue-collar guy you could enjoy a beer with, presumably Miller Lite. His unpretentious image more than a decade and a half later after his death blunts the magnitude of his work, spanning novels, short stories, film scripts, comic book writing, nonfiction, children's books, and acting. The popular culture impact of Mickey Spillane can hardly be overstated. From his unforgettable creation of Mike Hammer, flowed a new breed of tough guy anti-hero. Still in vogue today, Spillane's bloody fingerprints can be found on James Bond, Dirty Harry, John Shaft, Spencer's Hawk, Mac Bolan, and Jack Bauer, Billy Jack, Jack Reacher, among many others. After Hammer's 1947 debut hardcover, I, the Jury, which is on the adaptation, got a 4K release from Classic Flicks, was a smash, and a 25-cent reprint in 1948. Paperback originals were suddenly everywhere. Okay, I'm going to skip ahead. In 1998, Max Allan Collins tapped the top mystery writers in America to speak about Spillane and his influence, including Walter Mosley, Sarah Paretsky, Lawrence Block, Donald E. Westlake. I love Donald E. Westlake. I love Max Allan Collins too. Stay tuned. So going from coast to coast, Collins gathered interviews with Spillane's famous friends and collaborators, including Stacy Keach, who played Mike Hammer, Shirley Eaton, the Golden Girl of Goldfinger, Lee Meredith, Spillane's Miller Lite doll, Patty McCormick, the Bad Seed, and Mommy, and legendary producer Jay Bernstein, Mickey Spillane's Mike Hammer, and many more. Finally, he spent 5 hours with sometimes elusive Spillane, sitting for a no holds barred interview. Now an expanded version of the documentary is here. It's got a bonus feature of Gary Sandy, WKRP in Cincinnati, as Mike Hammer in Encore for Murder. So that's a bonus feature on this Blu-ray DVD combo pack. You can also get Encore for Murder by itself if that's your jam on DVD. Watch this space. I'm talking to Max Allan Collins very soon, and we're going to be talking about these releases, so much more. His new novels, Hard Case Crime, Spillane. We're going to be talking about, here's the fun fact, like Max Allan Collins really loves Audie Murphy. We're going to be talking about that too. So I'm excited about it. Now, hold on, let me check in with you guys. Yeah, The Mayor. I used to watch Stacy Keach Mike Hammer TV series. Have you seen that series, Heath? Yes. That reminds me, I still need to track down. There's something I still need to track down on DVD, because now I'm trying to remember what I have and what I still need. Last year, 2023, the film Vault, the Film Chest. There's a company called the Film Chest released the Mickey Spillane stuff, the Mike Hammer show with Stacy Keach after the one that was in the 90s. I'm trying to remember the year of that. Anyway, so I know I've got that, and I believe there's like 3 volumes all over the world. Like, I think Viavision put some out. I know I'm all over the place, but I just want to give you an honest answer to your question. The answer is yes. Yes, I have. Hey, it's PC. What's going on, PC? Raro. Raro Video. This should have been in the Kino Lorber section because they're distributing for Raro. This is Ursula Andress in Loaded Guns. This is a Fernando De Leo movie. You guys know, dude. Hold on. Seeing, oh yeah, right here. These are the two Fernando De Leo box sets from Raro Video. With this one is it's coming apart. I need to re-glue this. Quentin Tarantino really loves De Leo. I think you can see that evidence in a lot of his work. This has anyway. So Raro Video continues to put out these De Leo films, which is great. These are great too. This has an alternate English audio track, audio commentary by film historian Rachel Nisbet, and Fernando De Leo parody of a genre. This is a 1975 film. It's in Italian with optional English subtitles. Let me crack this open really quick and see if there's alternate artwork on the other side of this. I feel like that's a thing that has happened before. No. And it's an echo case too. Man, now that you guys are talking in the chat about Superman and Lois, season 3 of Superman and Lois is one of the grimmest superhero things I have ever seen. It is, I'm not going to spoil it for anybody, but it's like, it's about death and it's about disease. And I like the idea is like, well, here's something Superman can't stop. That's great. Not for an entire season of a show, and especially not season 3. Like, hey, you guys enjoying this show about family and family values? Death, disease. It was such a tone deaf move for me, but maybe coming out of the pandemic, everybody was really sad. Like the writer staff was really sad. Aaron wants to know if that's the original art or new art done in the Vinci style. I think it's new art. I'm sorry. I think it's the original art. Let's Google it. Hold on. Loaded Guns. I'm going to look it up on IMDb really quick while we're chatting. R2. And let you guys talk. It is the original art. Yeah. Stop it. They are usually pretty good about original art. This is brand new, and I'm really excited about this. This is Billy Idol, State Line. This is Billy Idol live at the Hoover Dam. It's a new Blu-ray distributed by, who is it? So Kaleidoscope, Vertigo Live. It's the first concert film shot at the Hoover Dam. It features an awe-inspiring live concert performance by Billy Idol, including 2 unique sets of his iconic hits on site at the Hoover Dam. And then they talk about the Hoover Dam. For both sets, Idol was joined by his collaborator and lead guitarist of over 40 years, Steve Stevens. Performed in front of only 250 fans, the electric set features special guests Alison Mosshart from The Kills, The Dead Weather, Steve Jones from the Sex Pistols and Generation Sex, and Tony Kanal from No Doubt. So it has a audio Q&A with Steve Stevens, and this track list is way too small to show you guys. It's everything you want him to play. Cradle of Love, Dancing with Myself. He does not do Kiss Me Deadly, which I wish he would do, which is a Generation X song. Generation X was Billy Idol. He was a punk band. Before he went solo, he was in a band called Generation X. Kiss Me Deadly is a great song. This is no tray here. It's just this interesting. This is very interesting how this has been done. And I really like Billy Idol. I think it was, I just bought I guess it was the 40th anniversary of his first solo album, right? So that's cool. I will probably also be maybe, I'm working up to a big music. I'm going to, one of the things I want to do in addition to these physical media talks is talk about music, and that's physical media too, but it's not movies, and it's not something I'm talking about a lot. But I do want to talk about that release in my monthly, knock on wood, my monthly new musical obscurity show. I just want to do these shows, just chase chase my passion and my interest here. I got a question for you guys, like a sidebar question. I'm looking at the amount of people that are here right now, and it's about the same as when I know this is a Sunday afternoon. I'm recording this on a Sunday afternoon, or we're streaming on a Sunday afternoon. And I know other YouTubers also stream on Sunday afternoon. That Australian video, the video I did about is Sony leaving Australia, I did that on I don't know, it was like a Thursday at like 1:00 in the afternoon or something like that. And it was the same amount of people. So my question to you guys is, do you care when these are? I mean, I know people are going to catch it when they can. I just think it's interesting that it doesn't seem to matter when I do this. It's going to be the same amount of people one way or the other. Like I would think there'd be less people on a weekday. But then again, maybe it was a bunch of Australians watching because they're like 8 hours ahead. MBD, Hail Caesar, Anthony Michael Hall, Robert Downey Jr., Samuel L. Jackson, and Judd Nelson. I love the retro VHS styling to this, but you also have the clean version. Hey, you guys actually might be able to read this because it's white, a white background. Yeah, you can totally read that. Original theatrical trailer, collectible mini poster. I have never seen this. I don't think I've ever seen this. Have you guys seen it? Do you like it? Is it any good? It is 9:15 p.m. in Scotland. Michelle has seen Hail Caesar. I'd like to point that out. Michelle has seen. We talked about Duel. What was the other one? I can't remember. She's seen Hail Caesar. Oh, it was Serpico. Not a fan. Even that's my type of movie. Okay, honest review. The Coen Brothers. No, Hail Caesar. No, it's not that Hail Caesar. It's a different Hail Caesar. Isn't it interesting though that there's only so many movie names? Like Child's Play. Around the same time as Johnny Be Good. Yeah, what year was this? This was 1994. Oh, that's later than I thought it was. This does not look like 1994. Wait, this does not look like 1994. That was like 1988, maybe 1989. But it's post-pubescent Anthony Michael Hall, who directed, by the way. Hold on, let me look at the talent here. Let's see. Screenplay by Robert Mittenthal. Based on an original story by Mark Twain. Produced by Stephen Paul and Barry Collier. Directed by Anthony Michael Hall. Now I'm even more interested. Have I seen the vintage, the classic 80s and 90s movies with the vintage VHS tape slipcover designs? Yes, I have. I like those. I'm not super big on slipcovers. I'm the guy that's putting things in sleeves to make room. But I like them. I think they're all right. Wait, did anybody answer me about when I should stream? Like when? Okay, I usually live stream late at night. Oh, that's Joe. Can rarely live stream or watch live stream when the kids are awake. Robert wants to know how much of David Soul's TV career is available on DVD. Well, all Starsky and Hutch is. Okay, this is from VCI, distributed by MVD Entertainment. This is Horrors of the Black Museum. I love this. Not saying it's great. It's not. But I love this movie. This is it's a British film it's 1959, and it's got Michael Gough. I used to think it was G-O-U, Alfred from the Tim Burton Batman movies. It's Michael Gough. Is how much do I want to say? London is fear-struck and Scotland Yard is baffled by a series of strange murders that have plagued the city. Stories of the atrocity by crime journalist Edmund Bancroft, Michael Gough. Yes, the same lovable Alfred Pennyworth from the new Batman movies. This is the new Batman movies. They're not new. They're from the 80s. 80 to 97. 89 to 97. Comes their own conclusions to... okay, anyway. It's got... who was the bombshell on this movie? It's got a bombshell. Looking for starring Michael Goff, June Cunningham, Graham Kernow, Shirley Ann Field, and Jeffrey Keane. Anyway, this guy has a black museum, like a museum of death. It feels like an echo of maybe the Amicus and Hammer thing. It's neither of those companies, but it's fun. I've got a really old DVD version of it. So when this was announced, it's been restored. Did they give us restoration notes? No. But it's been restored. It's got a two-sided art wrap. Cool. We'll check that out in a second. Theatrical art and flip side with a new graphic design by Robert Kelly, who I believe also does, 2023 commentary by Robert Kelly. I just did an audio commentary with Robert Kelly, but it's not announced yet, so I can't tell you what it is. It was me and Robert Kelly and someone else that you love. Archival commentary by writer-producer Herman Cohen. Original U.S. Hypno Vista opening featuring psychologist Emile Franchel. Archival phone interview with Herman Cohen. Tribute to producer Herman Cohen. Original European theatrical trailer, the U.S. theatrical trailer. Archival phone interview with Michael Goff. And a 2018 interview with Shirley Ann Field. Let's check out. Ooh, that is hot. I like that. I'm going to go with the classic. I'm sticking with the classic, but I really like that. I really like that. Highly recommended. Highly recommended. Tim says Michael Goff was in a lot of British horror movies and was over the top in a good way. Yeah, he's in was a Horror of Dracula, the Hammer movie Horror of Dracula, and a lot of other stuff too. But yeah, I think he was just really fun to watch. Brian, I do not own the McGavin, Mickey Spillane, Mike Hammer series. I have been wanting to pick it up for a while. I still do not own that. I know. And it's hard to find now. It's not hard to find, but you can't find it new. All right, we're getting near the bottom of the stack here. This is The Inspector Wears Skirts from, is this 88 Films? Yeah, 88 Films and Fortune Star. How do I open this? Satan's Slaves. Wait, is it Slave? Slave, yeah. Ooh, this is such a tight slipcover. These are, I noticed 88 Films is really leaning more towards that Vinegar Syndrome slipcover thing. These are really thick cardboard slipcovers. So this is I'm telling you guys, these martial arts movies or these Asian cinema movies are way off my radar. So let's find out together. A team of high-kicking female super cops proves themselves a match for any man alive as they tackle foes from terrorists to jewel thieves. Action icon Jackie Chan put together a supreme team of lethal ladies, including Shaw Brothers icon Wei Yin Hung and American martial arts star Cynthia Rothrock. The action scenes for these beauties on the beat are delivered by Jackie's own stunt team, which also co-star in the film. Inspector Wears Skirts blends slapstick comedy. Well, of course it does, because these are all very silly movies with high-impact action to deliver more fun than should be lawful. Limited edition slipcase. That's this. Limited edition double-sided fold-out poster. Girls with Skirts. A look at the Inspector Wears Skirts role in the Girls with Guns genre. Booklet notes by Paul Bramhall. 1080p transfer. Audio commentary by Frank Jang. He does great commentaries. Shooting her shot. Interview with Cynthia Rothrock. The director wears pants. An interview with director Wilson Chin. Okay. Top squad. Okay. You see why I don't like to read in my videos. Here's the disc. Oh, they've even got a unique back cover art as well. And here's the poster. I guess it's going to be the bar. Yeah, it's the art we just saw. Will I be reviewing MBD joysticks? Well, I'm on it. I'm on the commentary with Eric Wilkinson, the head honcho, the licensor, the producer of those discs, and Diabolic DVD. I'm sorry. What is the guy's name from Diabolic DVD? I'm having a total mental breakdown because I was on another track, and then Jesse Nelson. Good Lord, you guys. Yeah, I'm on the audio. Jesse, Eric, and I did the audio commentary for Joystick, so I'll for sure be talking about it. But I don't know if I can't review myself. You know what? I can't. We had a great time with that commentary. It's a lot of fun. We really did have a fun. It was fun. And if you want to get a sneak peek right after we finished recording it, I was like, let's fire the camera up and just talk about like, hey, we just finished the recording of the commentary. This is a nice booklet. The thing that is the hardest barrier for me, the most difficult barrier for me with these movies, like can you see the in the line of the in the line of duty movies and stuff, is like the tonal inconsistency. Like 1 minute it's this crazy action scene, it can be super violent, and then it switches to like Mrs. Doubtfire, like really, really over the top slapstick comedy. And I know that's a cultural thing, but as a film goer who doesn't have that in my blood, it's hard. It's a barrier for me. Who is this? This is a VCI with an MVD visual. This is that uncertain feeling. Ernst Lubitsch's That Uncertain Feeling. Merle Oberon, Melvin Douglas. 19. Oh, hold on. What's the year on this? 1941. And we've got a bonus Castle Films News Parade of 1941. Daffy Duck and Henpecked Duck. Do we have restoration notes for this? I don't see that. I'll talk more about this after I've watched it. Maybe I'll do a quick Letterboxd review for it. Cheesy flicks. No, cheesy movies. From Cheesy Movies. Queen of the Amazons. You know, I'm excited about this one. These are usually public domain movies, or at worst, low grade movies. Anyway, they're not visually cleaned up, restored, anything like that. You can often find these on YouTube, but this is a way to own these discs. They're under $10 usually, or around $10. Torrid Temptress, Her Beauty Ruled the Jungle. Serious Sirens, Made for Love or War. What is the year on this? 61 minutes, 1947. Robert Lowry, Patricia Morrison, J. Edward Bromberg. Who is the studio behind this? I don't know, but I'll tell you what, you'll be able to read that because it's big enough. All right, I'm going to save the last two for last because they're kind of a piece. Running out of time here. We're coming up on 90 minutes, and that's about as long as this needs to go. Let's just do it. Let's just jump right into it. 2 new arrivals from Radiance. We got 35 and 36. This is The Facts of Murder and Elegant Beast. So The Facts of Murder is a film by Pietro Germi, 1959, Italian language. Whoa. Almost dropped that. New 4K restoration, uncompressed mono soundtrack, a documentary about Pietro Germi, featuring interviews with his colleagues and collaborators. What's Black and Yellow All Over? All Shades of Italian Film Noir. That's a visual essay by Paul A.J. Lewis on the presence of noir trends in Italian cinema. That sounds really interesting. 1959. Elegant Beast is the English. Hold on, these have things on the world Blu-ray premiere and English subtitled Blu-ray premiere for Elegant Beast in 1962, a film by Yuzo Kawashima. New 4K restoration, uncompressed mono, audio interview with film critic Toshiaki Sato, appreciation by Toshiaka Toyoda, visual essay by Tom Mez on post-war architecture in Japanese cinema. This is real esoteric stuff, but I'm here for it. I gotta be honest with you guys. I go from the lowest of the low, like my monster movies, my film master stuff, to like, the architecture of Japanese film. Reversible sleeve featuring newly commissioned artwork and new writing by Midori Soren. Radiance made my favorites of the 2023 video because they are doing absolutely incredible stuff. Absolutely incredible stuff. It really feels like Fran Simeone is just doing just putting out what he wants to put out. I'm so glad dumbest name. I'm so glad that's what the name. That's not a judgment for me. That's what the name is. I'm so glad that you made this live stream. All right, guys, let's give away Duel. I did not forget. Let's give away Duel. Yeah, Eric, I should do that more often, shouldn't I? Hit that like button. First of all, subscribe. Hit the like button. Why do I ask you to subscribe? One, it helps me, right? It does. The algorithm it can be your best friend or it can be your worst enemy. clearly Serial at Midnight is struggling with the algorithm. The only videos that I get traction in the algorithm with is videos like this, haul videos, collecting videos, videos about spending money is what it is. Those do well in the algorithm. Other videos, like my Gene Autry video from the other day, somebody told me, they're like, well, it didn't even come up in my feed. It's because it's not, the algorithm doesn't like it because it's not about spending money. So that's why I ask you to subscribe, because one, it helps me. Two, it helps you to see everything that I'm putting out. You don't have to worry about it coming up in your feed. If you're subscribed, you can go to my channel and you see everything that I'm doing. So do subscribe, do hit that like button. And by commenting, somebody said today on that Gene Autry video, they're like, how can we get your channel to be more noticeable? How can we help you? Like, well, watch the videos, comment, do the thumbs up thing, and subscribe. That's really the best way to do it. And you'd be surprised how many people watch this channel that aren't doing those things. More than half of the people watching this channel are not subscribed. Even though I put a subscription thing in every single video, more than half of the people see that and they go, well, that's not me. Or they go, no, I don't want to. I don't want to see everything you do. I don't understand that. I don't get it. So yeah, please do. All right. Duel. Jason's like, ask a trivia question. Now we're just going to do this randomly. You guys, what do you want? If you want this, comment right now for the next 1 minute. If you want Duel and you have a US address, that's very important, because I'm going to have to send it in a box because it's a steel book. So put it in a, I'm going to put it in a box. I'm typing. I'm doing random.org. Randomizer list. All right. All right. Hold on. I'm putting everybody's name in. I might just do like abbreviations. Tom H. Eric Mayer. Okay. Rob. Richard. Oh, Huck's here. Hey, Huck, what's going on, man? It tried to correct it to Buck. Michael. Crusader. All right. I'm going to call in just a second. I know people are still putting their stuff in. All right. Think I got everybody. Oh, no, I missed one. Okay. Oop. All right. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Randomize. Michael G. I'm just going to say your name because that's right here. Michael, it's Gilstrap, right? Now I'm looking for it. Michael Gilstrap, you are the winner. You are number 1. In case anybody thinks it's a fix, number 2 was Rob. Number 3 was Mayor. Number 4 was Chauncey. And number 5 was Jet. That's how it all shakes out. Michael, please email me at CerealMidnite@gmail.com, or you know how to get in touch with me on social media. Let me know your address and I will get Duel out to you this week. Thank you guys for being here. Is there anything we want to hit before we sign off for this one? Again, like I'm really struggling with like what's the best format to cover all of these new releases. I could have done it in a video, like I edited, like I shoot it and I edited or whatever. I could have done that and had it down to like 30 minutes and called it fresh flavors or whatever. I'm trying to decide if this is better because I don't have to edit these. Do you like this is the thing. Do you like this way of covering new releases? That's the big question. And I guess we'll find out based on how this video does in the algorithm. Oh man. Somebody messaged me the other day. They're like, how come you don't do any live videos? You should really start doing live videos. I was like, oh, you gotta subscribe. Oh, you gotta subscribe. Scott says, I just got home. What did I miss? Oh, nothing. But the good news is you can replay this and watch it from the beginning. You can watch me almost fall out of my chair trying to make a joke. Michelle, I'm so glad that we got to do this. I'm so glad that you're here. Michelle is just like the best. She has been supporting Serial at Midnight for years. super sweet. And I think the world of you. I'm glad that you got to be here. I'm glad that we got to do this. All right, guys, I'm going to wind this one down. Do it again soon. Do let me know. And if, to the people watching this in the replay, the live chat is going to be carried over so you can read that. But I want to know what you guys think about the best way to cover new releases that covers the most ground, is the most engaging, because I'm not going to be making 4 or 5 new release videos a week anymore. I want to talk about other things. So what's the best way to do that? Let me know. Guys, I appreciate you. Take care. Until next time, I will catch you later.